Hey guys, it's Ash, and today I'm going to share another episode of my journey to level 40 heroes. I apologize it took so long to upload a new episode. I've been very busy, but currently on a short break. In this video, I'm going to bring back the most efficient method of farming Dark Elixir for Town Hall 9 and below players, and that is BAM with 6 wall breakers, 2 barracks full of barbarians, 2 barracks full of archers, and a total of about 20 minions. Of course, I'm a Town Hall 10 farmer now with level 7 Barch, level 6 minions. Uh, so you guys wouldn't give me enough credit if I'm using them for farming Dark Elixir. So instead of using my high level BAM composition and powerful heroes, I'm going to use my alternate account where I'm a Rush Town Hall 9 with much weaker troops to show you guys how effective BAM is regardless of the level of your troops, and to also prove to you guys that this method of DE farming is not at all outdated. It's very effective and very efficient. Before I get into that, let me first update you guys on my progress. So as many of you already know, my Archer Queen is level 40. I got her to level 40 a few days ago. My Barbarian King is still level 32, but he's gonna be level 33 tonight, so I'm gonna have to put him back to sleep again. And I've already maxed out my Infernos and most of my all of my offensive upgrades, my camps, factory, lab, everything. My heroic heist is currently over 7.3 million. Also at the moment, I'm maxing both of my dark barracks as I will be getting into wars soon. And with my powerful heroes, I'll be able to easily wreck bases in wars. Okay, now let me share some of my attacks with BAM. So the first thing I want to state is that I'm a new Town Hall 8 player in this account, so of course I'm rushed. However, I rushed primarily because I wanted a head start on leveling up my Archer Queen, as well as use my elixir on leveling up my walls, as you can upgrade your level 8 walls at Town Hall 8 with elixir, so it's just really a waste of time for any hardcore farmer at Town Hall 8 who usually has his elixir storage full at all times. So yeah, as you guys can see, my troops are really weak for a Town Hall 9 player. My barbarians are only level 6, my archers are level 5, my wall breakers are only level 3, my minions are only just still level 1. My heroes are really weak, my king is level 5 and my queen is level 3. However, I'm going to prove to you that the level of your troops don't carry a lot of significance. Rather, it is how you strategize, how you deploy and time your troops that often translates to how successful you can accomplish your goal. And my goal is, of course, the Dark Elixir. Now, the first thing you need to do in any raid is locate the clan castle and count the tiles to assess whether you can trigger it. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 tiles towards that wall, and then we have 3 more right here that counts to 13. Now, of course, the clan castle has a 12 tile radius, so its radius is right here, and we can't trigger it with barbarians. So if we were to trigger that clan castle, we would have to first remove all the buildings in our way, and that would require a lot of troops to do so, and we do not wish to attack this base from this side. We want to attack it from the shortest distance towards that Dark Elixir storage, which is from that top. So what I'll do instead is I'll spawn a couple of barbarians on this side, and then I'm gonna send in a wall breaker behind them so that wall breaker can target that wall and at the same time cross that radius of that trigger radius of that clan castle and trigger it to see if there's anything inside of it. So luckily there's nothing inside of that clan castle, so we've completed step 1. So be sure to take all the dark elixir from these outside drills. Step 2 will be focusing on that dark elixir storage. You should not only decide the direction of the attack based on distance, but also the defenses in your way. The reason we do not wish to attack from the east or the west or the south sides is not only because that's a long distance away from the dark elixir storage, and there are multiple walls guarding that dark elixir storage if we were to attack from these sides, but also because of the number of splash defenses in the way. As you can see, the only splash defense we need to worry about from the north side are those two mortars. However, if we were to attack from the east side, west side, there's wizard towers in our way and mortars. Same thing with the south side. There's another wizard tower over there. So it's not a good idea to attack from any of these sides at all. The best side would be from the north side, just because there's only two mortars in our way. There aren't any wizard towers. It has the least number of splash defenses, and that's why we're going to attack from the top. Step 3 is now to plan out your attack. The best way of doing that is to backtrack from your target, which is the Dark Elixir storage. You know that the barbarians can tank damage from the mortars, and you know that your archers can attack over the walls. So you should be focusing on getting your troops to either of these two compartments. Because once your barbarians and archers are inside here, you know that your archers can target that Dark Elixir storage, attacking over these walls. So break in here with wall breakers. That should be your plan. And then send in your barbarians and archers inside of this compartment. And once they're inside, they can attack that Dark Elixir storage. Your archers can attack that storage over the walls. So pretty easy. Don't worry about that Barbarian King. Just think of him as another defense in the way and get rid of him as soon as possible when you have him lured up here. Okay, so step 4 is to attack. The first thing you want to do is remove all the outlying buildings, these buildings first, so that you can control the direction you want your barbarians and archers to go. So once you've removed them, you can then send in a pair of wall breakers and break through this junction. Do not use an excessive number of wall breakers to break into multiple compartments, because that can actually backfire and force your troops to funnel in the wrong direction. For example, if I was to break through this compartment and then send in more wall breakers, they will then target this compartment and they will force my barbarians to go towards this direction rather than focus on going towards this direction after taking out the elixir storage. And it also may force your archers to go towards that right direction rather than attack the dark elixir storage over the wall. Okay, so now as you can see, I've run out of barbarians and archers, but that's why I have minions. The barbarians and archers have done their job at clearing out the buildings in the way. Now it's easier to control the direction of my minions flying over the walls. I'm going to spawn a couple of minions first to not only trigger any possible air bombs in the way, but also direct my swarm of minions lastly in the right direction. So for example, right here I'm sending in a few minions to remove this hero altar. Hero altars have really low HP. You just need a few minions to remove that. So once I have that removed, then I can basically create a path for my minions from top to target that dark elixir storage. So basically they're going to target the closest building. So imagine a line across that dark elixir storage. If I send out minions from here, the next building after that altar is gonna be that mortar. That's the closest one. That's the closest building towards the minion. Because they ignore walls. They're gonna fly over them. You don't even have to think about walls when sending out minions. So they're gonna target the next closest structure, which is that mortar. So what do you think? Which building do you think they're going to target next after that mortar? Do you think they're going to target that cannon, or do you think they're going to target that dark elixir storage? Well, this is a really good question because because of the direction, it depends on the direction you send your minions. Like if I send in my minions here, from here, if I spawn them here, they're gonna go after that cannon. If my archers, as you can see, they're doing work right here, they're removing that cannon. If they do remove that cannon, and if I send in minions here, they're gonna go after that cannon. And they have a 2-tile range, so you're gonna see the minions right here. And right after that, the next closest building to them is probably that elixir collector right there, or yeah, it's probably going to be that elixir collector. So they're going to go after that elixir collector right after that instead of that dark elixir storage. But I want them to target that dark elixir storage right after I remove that mortar with them. So the best way to do that would be to spawn from this direction right here where I'm spawning my minions, send them in from that direction, and then they're going to go after that mortar, and they're going to be positioned right here. So if you position them right here, attacking over the wall, attacking that mortar, then the next building that's closest to that mortar is that dark elixir storage, not that elixir collector. As you can see from the red line, I know it's a bit hard to see. Let me use a different color. Let me use blue. So if you're targeting that mortar with minions from here, the next closest building to them is that dark elixir storage, not that elixir collector. And obviously that cannon's going to be taken out by my archers, so I don't have to worry about that. And that's how you control the direction of your minions. And remember, these are level 1 minions doing work. So as you can see, although the higher level minions are stronger, you can use this method of farming Dark Elixir with any level minions, just because they have that ability to fly over walls. Okay, here is a more challenging Town Hall 8 base with high level defenses and a very centralized Dark Elixir storage. And I'm going to show you that even with my weak troops and weak heroes, I'll be able to break in and get that Dark Elixir storage without the assistance of any spells. Again, the first thing you need to do is assess the clan castle. Spoiler alert, that clan castle is loaded with archers and wizards and is unlurable with Barch. If I had giants, I could have triggered it and lured out the troops, but I don't have giants. So what I'm going to do is... So what can I do to lure out all the troops without risking something like dragon or wizards inside that clan castle from totally annihilating my troops as I attack this base? It's simple, I'll show you. Okay, so this is one of my favorite and cheapest method of pulling out clan castle troops with Barch. Start by spawning a few barbarians here to distract these defenses, that cannon, the archer tower, and then send one wall breaker right behind them to target that wall to activate that clan castle, which has a 12-tile radius. So if we count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. This is the range it has. So a wall breaker will activate that clan castle. And it looks like there are archers inside that clan castle. Of course, the wall breaker only lured out a few archers. There's most likely more troops inside that clan castle. So how can we lure them all out? Simple. Archers have a 3.5 tile attack range. What this means is that the clan castle archers will attack you from 3.5 tiles away from your troops. Your barbarians are not ranged attackers like archers, so your barbarians will walk over to the archers to kill them. So what I'll do is spawn a few more barbarians on these outside buildings. Once the clan castle archers attack them from 3.5 tiles away, my barbarians will be pulled in by them, meaning my barbarians will ignore the outside buildings and go after the archers. And since the clan castle radius is 12 tiles long, my barbarians will attack the clan castle troops. They will also walk over the trigger radius of the clan castle and pull all the troops out of it for as long as they are alive. So as you can see, I've cleverly pulled them all out, and now I can direct them to an open area, basically where that town hall is, away from other defenses, so that I can corner them and kill them with ease, and without having to waste my lightning spell either. Okay, so I've removed the clan castle troops, which were the biggest threat. The clan castle will always be your #1 threat, so make sure to always have an answer for that. Now, even with the clan castle troops out of the way, this base looks pretty daunting when I only have these weak troops to work with. But look at that core. What do you notice about that core other than that Barbarian King being inactive on defense? It's the main reason I wanted to attack this base. That's right, the core lacks point defenses like Teslas, archer towers, and cannons that are out of range. We know that there aren't any Teslas in there because Teslas occupy a 2x2 tile space. However, we can predict where the Teslas and giant bombs are. They're on the outside, somewhere along these empty spaces. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to avoid them as best as we can. Now, back to that core, it lacks point defenses. So what does that mean? That means that the core is weak to tanks, and there is no better troop in the game at tanking than the Barbarian King. Even with a level 5 Barbarian King, I'm confident that I can get him inside without much harm, because once he's in there, those mortars will hardly scratch him. So I'll first start to remove all of these outside buildings so that I can direct my Barbarian King inside so he doesn't get distracted by them. Then I'll remove all the archer towers and cannons at the edges, because those are the defenses that do real damage to tanks. And once I have them out of the way, my Barbarian King can roam freely. Okay, and now I can send in my Barbarian King because I've removed all the buildings outside. And the closest building from here is that elixir storage, not that air defense, because I haven't broken into this compartment. I avoided that compartment. I broke into this compartment, so that's the closest building in the way behind that wall. Remember, the Barbarian King prioritizes buildings outside the walls first, then he prioritizes the next closest building behind that wall. So you must first make sure to remove all the buildings out of the way for him to accurately target that compartment you wish to break into, which is this one right here. The Archer Queen, on the other hand, likes to target whatever is 5 tiles within her range, regardless if that building is inside the wall or is outside. So as you can see, I have my level 5 Barbarian King trying to break into that core. And now as you can see, the defenses around him, which are the mortars, are having a difficult time taking him down. Unfortunately, I run out of time, so I dropped a lightning spell just to get as much dark elixir as possible, and I was able to get over 1500 dark elixir, so this was a very successful raid given the army composition I had to work with. Okay, lastly, I want to share this last raid. using the same method against this Town Hall 9 base. So basically first remove the outside buildings with your barbarians and archers so you can direct them towards the inside so they don't get distracted. And now your main focus after that should be the splash defenses, mainly that mortar and that wizard tower right on the outside. So send in your minions. Minions are excellent for removing wizard towers quickly, because wizard towers can target both air and ground units at the same time. And then focus on the compartment you want to break into to attack that dark elixir storage. I broke into that compartment. My barbarians are acting as meat shield while my archers are attacking over them. The archers are gonna focus on the clan castle and then attack the dark elixir storage, because that's the next closest target. And those barbarians, as you can see, they're all distracting the defenses. So I was able to get all the dark elixir from that storage, and this was quite a successful raid. And that will be it for today. Hopefully I'll have more videos uploaded soon. Be sure to like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching and have a great day.